Okay, NFL Week 14 power rankings. So at number 10, I have the Indianapolis Colts coming on this list. I think it's about time to give them their flowers. They're just coming off a huge win over the Tennessee Titans, a divisional foe, and Colts, they have not played bad football, even though they don't have the most talented team. Colts Minshew is playing very, very good. Pittman has come alive. I think the Colts offense, even without a star, like really a star player, they've been really, really, really good. Even with Jonathan Taylor out, I think that Colts offense has been so underrated this year. That Colts defense though still give me a little bit of trouble. But the Colts, regardless of that defense, still is still winning. They're on a four-game winning streak right now. They're 7-5. They hold the last wild card spot, and I think they deserve the their offense alone. I think deserves to be in the top 10. So I have the Colts in the top 10. It's about time. And number 9, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars dropping 2 spots. Not sure what to think of them right now. They lost to the Bengals. They lost Trevor Lawrence for I don't know how long. He doesn't have a timetable yet. Um, but that's a huge blow if he's out for like the remainder of the season. But regardless, the Jaguars they did not play that well versus the Bengals, and Jaguars defense hasn't been playing that well either this season. They've been kind of an above average defense, but nothing dominant. And the Jaguars offense has been kind of hot and cold. The whole team has been hot and cold, which is why I have not put the Jaguars in the top 5 like anytime this season because I don't really trust them just yet. And losing Trevor Lawrence is just not gonna help it. This team is like really in the balance right now for me. I don't think they're that good, but they could be that good. But their product on the field isn't the same, so I'm not sure where they should be right now. But I think the 9 is a good spot for them. Number 8, I have the Houston Texans up 2 spots. They beat the Broncos, and for first time in a while, the Texans defense actually played really well and won them the game, which is really good for a very young Texans team. It shows them they're going in the right direction. And Stroud continues to play really well. Nico Collins is a great wide receiver, and the Texans they just have young pieces that are starting to step up, and that's delivering them big time win in December. And number 7, I have the Detroit Lions going up a spot. Good bounce back game for the Lions, but it should not have been that close. They had a 21-0 lead in the first quarter, but they let the Saints keep coming back. They let the Saints back in the game. I'm not sure what happened in that Lions defense, but they have not been good this last month. They were so good during like September and October, but this last month, November, December, they have not been good. At least Goff and the offense bounced back, and I know the Lions can be good they are like they were early on, but they've been kind of faltering a little bit down the stretch, and that's giving me skepticism. But I know the Lions are still a very good team. Then you have number 6, the Kansas City Chiefs down a spot. They just lost the Packers, and Chiefs they have not figured out their offense. I thought they would have by now, but they haven't. Chiefs defense finally got exposed for once against Jordan Love, and the Chiefs are not in a great spot right now. They still have Patrick Mahomes. They still have Pacheco, who's a very good running back. Mahomes probably still one of the best quarterbacks, but they need more than that. They need some more depth. And there's that great Chiefs defense. It's still good, but might not be the top, and can't carry them forever. Number 5, I have the Miami Dolphins up a spot. Another very good win versus the Commanders, but like I said, really didn't show much of the Dolphins. They dominated bad teams like they usually do. I'm waiting to see them beat a good team like the Cowboys, which should be coming up soon. But Miami, they beat who they're supposed to be, which is better than some other teams. So I'm gonna give them up the spot. Number 4, I have the Philadelphia Eagles down 3 spots. They got pummeled by the Niners. In all facets, their defense, like I said, was a weakness of theirs. Their linebackers got exposed. Their offense really couldn't do anything outside of the first quarter. Once Jalen Hurts' his legs got shut down, he really couldn't pass the ball enough, and it was just not. It was a very bad loss for the Eagles. They really have to bounce back from this, or else teams will start playing them the same way the Niners do. But The Eagles still have all their talent that they showed earlier, but maybe not as good as last year. The number three, I have the Dallas Cowboys. They beat the Seahawks in a really high-scoring game. The Cowboys offense continues to be really good. That defense hasn't been as dominant as they were earlier in the season, but still a very good defense, although they didn't play particularly well versus the Seahawks. Another very good Cowboys win. They should I see them definitely as the third team. They've been really consistent throughout the season. And then number two, I have the Baltimore Ravens. They were on bye, so not much to talk about there. And then the teams that dropped out, being the Denver Broncos, they lost against the Texans. Their defense played good though, but their offense kind of let the defense down. They really couldn't get anything going. And when they had a chance to win, Russ threw a pick. And Broncos, they're just still finding ways to lose. Their defense has improved, their offense has improved, but I don't know. The team on the field just maybe not talented enough. And number one, you expect it, you see it, San Francisco 49ers. They dismantled the Eagles. They've been playing great football since their bye. Brock Purdy was nearly perfect against a good Eagles defense, and it was a statement win for the Niners, and that will put them at number one. Defense continues to play really well. Offense matches defensive energy. Niners are definitely a Super Bowl favorite right now, and they're number one in this week's power rankings.